do it. I thought of waiting for a moment. A moment ago, a word preview flashed up in my screen. And I wonder if that meant like the picture that'll be put on these videos or this live video, or if that was the picture I was doing that is going to be broadcast out to the huge audience, the world of YouTube. And that picture would capture this moment and would be the lure that brought in all my viewers to Coffee with Ken. And I hope I took a good picture if it was. Hopefully it's taken already right now because I'm about to blow my nose. Hello, Sandra Lynn. Thank you so much for coming on over. Sandra Lynn, you're the sweetest thing. Hello, Anne-Marie. Sandra Lynn, we should meet for coffee sometime. You could maybe meet Anne-Marie and I. We could meet you both. You could even meet our little nuggets of love. What if you don't want to meet for coffee? Because we tried to do that before. Perhaps we could meet at the farmer's market one day. Although I would need to get some more mugs because I think I promised you a mug before. And, well, I mean, I got these, but I don't have any brand new ones of these. I'd have to scrub one of these out and give it to you. Hello, Julie Flanagan. Thank you so much for joining. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? It's almost like we're on TikTok, but we're on YouTube. But, yeah. So what were we talking about? But anyway, good morning to you and Sandra, Anne-Marie, and Julie, and one other person who's going to remain nameless right now. And the reason I'm holding up my hand, because when you're like this, when I'm like this, it shows the number of viewers. And I don't know if you guys experience it this way, but the number of viewers, it looks like there's 4 people watching, but I can't hardly see it because, and again, I don't know if you're getting the same experience as I am. But I'm pointing to the number of viewers and the clock that is ticking. I don't know if you can see that on the screen you're watching, but I certainly can. And one person has liked it. However, it's hard to see these numbers. And you guys might have no idea what I'm talking about because you're getting a totally different experience than me because you're looking at me and I'm looking at me. So I figure if we're all looking at me, maybe we'll have the same experience. However, there's 5 people now. Somebody else just hopped on. But it's hard to see these numbers because they're kind of caught in the sky and they're white and they're camouflage with the speckles in the trees. So when I go like this, if you're wondering down the road, if I'm ever going like this, it's so I can read the numbers and see how many people are watching at this time. So what if I just sat here like this and I called my hand a hat? Then you wouldn't need to send me sombreros and mustaches because I'd already come with a hat. I don't know. When you talk on live video as much as I like to brag that every now and again I say something really wise or something deep or something inspirational or educational or spiritual or motivational comes out of my mouth. And it's true. I do have some good nuggets of love. But let me tell you, as a guy that's watched a lot of my videos, some really dumb stuff comes out as well. And I mean, this might be up there with some of the dumbest. Are you guys self-congratulating? Can we all congratulate ourselves? All of us. There's 6 of us watching. All of us take our hands and pat ourselves on our back right now and say, good job, us. Good job, us. But anyway, I appreciate you hopping over here. I don't know how much I have to say for you. I've already talked for like 45 minutes on TikTok. And again, I'm having a ton of fun doing this. It's a chilly-ish day here in Naperville, Illinois. There's a chance we're going to get a little bit. This is me indicating a chance of rain. A chance of rain. And when there's a chance of rain, it affects my day. Because one of my favorite things to do in the fall, and somebody asked me the other day, what's my favorite fall activity? I'm going to do ASMR. You are getting very sleepy. One of my favorite fall activities is riding my scooter. For those that have been watching a while, you probably already know that. And I don't like riding my scooter in the rain. I'm a little nervous of a rider. And when the pavement's wet and there's leaves on the ground and there's, again, the pavement's wet, I don't feel quite as safe. And when you don't feel quite as safe, it's raining up in Oshkosh, it can be a scary feeling. It can be quite a scary feeling. Because one moment you can be riding around loving life, and the next moment you're in a world of hurt. And I'm trying to avoid the world of hurt as best I can. So I almost always wear protective gear. And in the fall, I wear a very handsome leather coat that I do like a lot. Wear my helmet, wear my jeans. I'm not a model for motorcycle safety by any stretch, though. I'd like to say I wear an armored coat and armored pants and boots and riding gloves. But none of that would really be true. I don't own all those things, but I do try and keep it as safe as possible. And one of the ways I do is not ride in the rain. And if it starts raining here, and again, I'm coming back to the rain, or again, I'm working on niches to see what works and what doesn't work, and what the typical viewer watches that flips on random social media live shows. Some of you, look, my audience just jumped from 6 to 8. You know what that tells me? Hypnosis and ASMR is a hot topic and a hot niche. And if I really want to get to 10,000 viewers by November 16th, well, I enjoyed my coffee. Need to get ready for work. Sandra Lynn, thank you so much for joining today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Maybe I need to switch my niche over to ASMR. For those that are watching, you know I have 2 little beautiful babies. I have a little son named Augie, he's 2.5, and a little girl named Eve, who's coming up on 1. She's going to be 1 really soon. And I read a lot of storybooks to them. And Augie oftentimes, and even Eve's starting to pick up this habit, doesn't allow me to read the pages, and they just want to grab the book and flip the pages and maybe sometimes flip to the end. And maybe I could just point at the pictures and make up stories, but I like reading the words. And since I'm not allowed to read the words when I'm reading it to my kids, I've thought of doing some videos with me reading little storybooks. And I don't know if anybody would watch it or anybody would care, but I mean, maybe there's some single moms out there that long for their husbands to be reading stories to their babies. And maybe, just maybe, if I sat there and read some of my favorite books to the audience, maybe somebody would watch it. I hear I have a radio voice. So maybe on a different channel. Anne-Marie's saying on a different channel. You don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to watch my videos. I did a video last night, and I posted it about, quitting alcohol. And I think it's a super relevant topic. I think 90% of the people in this country probably drink to excess. And that, I'm making up that number, but I think a lot of people probably do. And I posted a video, and I posted several videos on the same topic. And somebody said, change the record. And my point being that if you're watching, you don't have to watch, and you're in charge of the stereo. And if you don't like what you're hearing, it's your job to turn to a different channel. It's not the content creator's job. So my point is, if I'm reading a book, like The Pout Pout Fish, which is a really good book, but I never get to read it all because my son flips the page so quickly, and I never get to read it to the extent I'd like. But say I was reading the Pout Pout Fish book, and you're flipping through various things and going, hey, I want it or I don't want it. You could make the choice whether you wanted to watch a bald man read the Pout Pout Fish book or not. And if you were a single mother or a single dad that was doing something else and wanted to entertain his kids, maybe, I think babies have an affinity to me. I think babies look at me with my bald head and they stare at me because I do a lot of people watching. And sometimes when I walk in a restaurant or a store and I'm doing my people watching, I'll notice a little people, which I often is called a baby, and I'll notice them staring back at me. And let me tell you, babies don't mind making eye contact. You make eye contact with an adult, you give them one of these, they go, ah! And they act like they weren't staring at you. But a baby, you can engage. And you can go, you know, you can start making faces. And perhaps that could be my huge niche. I could be like Miss Rachel. We'll just call me Mr. Ken. Don't tell me it wouldn't work. Mr. Ken reading his little storybooks. Maybe I could wear a costume that would match the story I'm telling. Or maybe I wouldn't do any of it and I just keep drinking drinking coffee and rambling about my day. That coffee's been sitting there too long. I don't know how much I have for you today. I've already talked longer than I expected to talk. Been talking 45 minutes over on TikTok. Been talking for 11 minutes. Ooh, and if I raise my head, I don't even need to hold up my hand. I can see that 6 people are watching. And that's pretty good for my morning show on YouTube. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. But anyway, I'm looking forward to having some breakfast. I'm looking forward to getting on with my day. I'm going to edit some videos. I'm going to have a great workout later in the day. Got a lot of things I need to get done, and I'm excited about doing it. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining. Here over on YouTube. I do go live at 4:30 every day for reflections of the day. Sometimes I'll have a lot to say. Yesterday I hopped on. I almost had nothing to say. And I'd appreciate if you'd follow my page here on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on any social media platform. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And hopefully it means something, because I know it means something to me. And but anyway, I want to take on my day, and I hope you're excited for it as well. Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're loving yourself. Hoping you have a nice hot cup of coffee. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.